This might be the slowest event I have ever done. I'm a little bored out of my mind. Paper, scissors, shoot. We're about to get juicy. I am breaking out in hives. It's not looking too hot, not gonna lie to y'all. It's on the #1 setting right now, but let's see how high the blast is when we turn it up to 3 maximum. I don't think I have ever attended an event, either as a customer or as a vendor, that has this few people. There is next to nobody here. The hills are alive. Not a single watermelon sold that I made specifically for this market. This was the worst event ever. Well, hello, my parasocial besties. It's Katie, the Celestial Homebody, and welcome to another market vlog. Are y'all excited? This market was very impromptu. I signed up for it less than a week before the actual event because a friend of mine who works part-time at this event venue let me know that they still had vendor spots open and the booth fee was only $35, and I'm like, we don't have anything going on Saturday, so we're going to a watermelon festival tomorrow. But oh my goodness, this is so amazing. They let us set up the day before, which, especially if you're doing an all-day market that opens at 9 o'clock in the morning and you have to go and get set up for the entire day before it opens at 9 a.m., you have to wake up at literally dawn's crack. And I am not about that life. I'm normally going to bed when dawn's peeking its crack. So that is not for me. So they do let us go and set up the day before between the hours of 1 and 7 p.m. I think we can go. Today, we're not bringing any of the inventory. We are just going to bring the tables and display things. We'll set all of those up. We'll get out all of the signs with where all of the inventory actually is going to be placed in the display and on the tables. But I have learned my lesson thanks to the Renaissance Festival. I will never be leaving my plushies overnight at an event again that is outdoors. If you have not seen the Renaissance Festival vlog, highly recommend going and giving it a watch. It was a disaster, but also a fun time. Looking back, in the moment it wasn't fun, but looking back to it, I'm like, that was kind of a vibe. Anyways, so we're gonna go get the cars packed up. Ryan is going to leave directly from setup to go to work because he works right next door to the event venue. We're gonna bring both cars today and just haphazardly throw all the display stuff in there so that we don't have to take extra time sorting everything in there. And he works right next door, so it makes sense for him to just leave directly from the venue to go right next door to work. And then I'll come home and get showered and do last minute market prep for tomorrow. It is a little overcast today, but it is very humid. It's not too hot. It's like maybe 88, 89 degrees, I think, when I checked. Upper 80s, but it is 95% humidity. And I don't know if you can see how much I'm already perspiring just from standing outside and talking to you for these not even 3 minutes. We are expecting thunderstorms and rain showers today and tomorrow. I don't know when, but you know what? If Midwest weather has taught me anything, it's to never trust the forecast. So we'll see what we're dealing with on the rain side of it. For our setup, we're definitely going to be doing a setup that allows us to quickly throw up the tent walls and then move everything in if it does start raining tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know. We're not playing any games with the plushies. I already lost too much inventory at that Renaissance Festival. So I have all of these wooden crates that I took out from my old office when I moved into the shed, and I love the look of these when people use them in their market booths. The problem is that normally I don't have room in one car to bring these to markets, but since we have the luxury this time of being close to home and the ability to take both cars, I'm going to bring as many of these wooden crates as we can, and for once, actually set up my booth without any of those like white plasticky things and only use the wood, and I think it's going to create a very elevated, extravagant shopping experience. At least I hope it is. But we have plenty of room. Look at how much room there is in there. So we're going to pack as many of these up as we can, and we'll utilize these to their fullest at this event. Car is packed. I just reapplied my sunscreen. Holy tomato skin, Batman. So slight problem. I don't know if you can tell, but I am breaking out in hives. I've been under a lot of stress recently, and my skin started itching about 3 days ago, and I've kind of been going like, even, look, it's even on the palm of my hand. I've been going like in and out of having like the hives welts, and the heat is triggering it. Just being outside in that 25 or 30 minute heat loading the car, I am breaking out in hives. Let's go set up and see how my body reacts. I'll take an antihistamine on the way there, so hopefully that will help with the whole situation, and at very least the itchiness, because it is not fun to be itching constantly, especially when you have sensitive skin. So we'll see how we do today. All right, I'm gonna turn off the camera and I'll see you at the event venue. We are here. Oh, I see Ryan. Oh, look at how cute this is. This is called High Point Orchard, and it is right outside of our little town. Hello, Rai Rai. Oh, it looks like we're actually going to be inside. Oh, we're going to be inside the bar. I didn't know that we were inside.
I know. This is going to be so much nicer. Oh,
well, as long as it's air conditioned.
It feels pretty good in there.
Oh my goodness! The market gods have shined upon us.
But that does mean we were anticipating a 10 by 10.
Yeah, how much room do we have?
Not 10 by 10.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'll show you our space.
Oh, okay. Are there a lot of people?
Not yet. There's only 3.
Well, like here. a lot of set room for people.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. So this is actually a wedding venue. My skin looks so greasy because I lathered the sunscreen. Because y'all always yell at me for not wearing sunscreen, which I do. I just still get burned. But I really lathered it up on my face today since I'm not wearing makeup. I couldn't be bothered to put on makeup in this humidity. Are you kidding me? All right, well, let's go see what we're dealing with for this market. This is very wedding venue-y. Oh my gosh, it feels so nice in here though. Wow, I was expecting an all-day outside event. This is our space?
Yep, between the 2 doors.
Wow. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a cute backdrop too for photos with all my wooden crates. Wait, this is going to be such a good photo.
So now looking, the wood crates are going to be a good vibe with like...
I know, the wood's going to go so well in here. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is going to be a great venue.
And I was expecting like porta potties the whole weekend.
We actually have bathrooms. Oh, I'm excited. Did I mention that this was only a $35 booth fee to the vlog? I don't know that I have. Should we? We could still... Oh no, we can't set up the tent. I was going to say we could still set up the tent just without the top and do the lights on it, because that would be pretty, but we don't have 10 feet. Yeah. And I definitely don't want to encroach on other people's space.
Yeah. That's the front door.
Okay.
So there's one in the corner.
Oh, there's
two
me.
People here.
Okay.
In between the first set of doors and then us in between the 2 doors.
I need to stop being so happy for the vlog, because on YouTube, negativity is what gets clicks. That's why in all my thumbnails I'm always like, hey, this was the worst event ever. Don't laugh at me. Because that's what always gets the clicks. Those are the videos that get the views. So, you know that you are definitely a YouTuber when you're wanting something bad to happen in an event, because that creates the clickable titles and the clickable thumbnails.
Okay, so I'm thinking, since we have the 3 tables, the 2 6-foot and a 4, We'll have to see how it fits, but I think we should do an inside U. Well, I guess a U is the same no matter what. But because we have the 2 doors on both sides of us where people are going to be coming in and out, I think we should try to minimize like the amount of customers like standing on the outside of the U.
Yeah.
And focus things more on the inside.
We could just do like an 11 shape, so a table in the back and a table in the front.
Yeah, true.
Let's go see how the feng shui is.
Yeah. Let's get the tables in first.
Okay. Well, we definitely don't need the wagon, that's for sure. Look at all that mud caked on it. Comment if you know what all the mud is from. You know it. Why do I have mud caked on all of my market stuff forever and ever for the rest of eternity? Oh, Ryan, we're inside, so we can bring all the inventory.
I know, I thought about that too. I forgot to say it. But, I mean, we didn't bring it.
No. I mean, after we're done, like, setting up the basics, when you go to work, I can go home, get the inventory, and then come back and finish setting up.
Yeah, true. Because also, it starts at what, 8?
9. 9.
Okay. Yeah, so if we don't do inventory, that means we need to get here by, like...
really early.
At least 8 o'clock, which means waking up by, like, 7:30.
No, thank you. After the last event, I triple checked that we had the top to the canopy, and it's just funny because for this event, we don't even need the canopy, but we got the tablecloths on. We don't have any spot for like my big banner to go in the back, so we're just using the little table runner, although at, I think it was Comic-Con, somebody got some sort of grease or something on it, so I need to wash it. But I can't wash this kind of material, so I have to figure out how to stain remove that without getting it too wet and soapy.
By the way, the pickle jar, random. A couple weeks ago, I had a kind of nightmare that we broke the pickle jar and I had to buy a new jar. And if you know what that means, then that's why you know it's a nightmare. Okay, anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye.
So this is what we're working with right now. I think it's looking really good. So far, it's very woody, as in buzz and, but of course, we don't have any inventory up. We tied the bunting from this crate all the way up to that one, just for a little extra something something. And that tablecloth is so wrinkled, but we have the extra table, we have the space for it. We put it back there for easy restocking so that we can throw the body bags up there and like get things in and out of them. And then also those little crates I put up, just, I don't know, because it adds some more color. I put the extra gachapons in there for my capsule machine, which is right here. Do you think that's too low, Ryan? No. I mean, we're both very tall, so I'm thinking like for kids and the average human, the average adult.
In theory, like the kid is going to be the one to want to spin it.
True.
So,
if there are kids, because we've sold a lot of those to adults.
Awesome.
There's a free pattern on my YouTube, free tutorial, but I also have a written PDF if you want that on my website and my Etsy. We'll talk more about like a whole booth, everything once we get finished setting up. We had a little bit of a run-in with space because we cannot go past this door. This is going to be the bar that is going to be open for this event. So this is where we put the pegboard. And I've been meaning to paint this, but I'm glad that we didn't for this event because it actually goes really well and it'll let all of the plushies stand out with this very neutral light wood backdrop. This might be my favorite setup yet. Why are you laughing at me?
Say that every time.
Well, because every time I'm getting better and better and I'm able to do different things depending on, you know, the venue and how things are laid out. We did bring our chairs, but they're very ugly camping chairs, so we're just going to use one of theirs, I think. So we're about set up with like the bare bones of it, yeah?
I think so.
I think so too. So what time is it? How are we doing on time?
2:17.
Okay, so we have time to run home and get the inventory.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, yay. Okay, this is looking great. So we're gonna go grab all of the body bags, bring them back, and then start to actually fill in the display. I really don't have that much inventory. I've got like 7 partially full bags. Like there's so much room inside of these bags. Compared to when I started this year, I had 10 bustin' full bags of inventory, but after those 2 conventions, I sold so much product, which is a great problem to have, but I'm a little bit stressed about the amount of inventory that I have, especially coming up to all of my fall events, because I have 3 multiple day events, like back to back to back, over the course of 4 or 5 weekends. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how much we sell tomorrow, but I'm a little bit worried about my inventory. I gotta get to work. Okay, we're back. Oh, also, I had these things, these little wisterias, which I had in my office / studio, but I thought that they looked really pretty here. So I went ahead and added them, and I think they add a little bit more color and whimsy to the display. Okay, I'm just about done. I've got a few more things to do, but Rai Rai's got to leave for work.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.
He'll see you all tomorrow. Yep. But you and I vlog are staying here to do our last minute finishing touches. So I did forget the little acrylic plastic clips that clip onto things and hold my signs, like for my misfit bin, for example. Those are at home. I also have a few signs at home that I have cut out that I need to laminate. So tomorrow we'll bring all of that stuff. Also, I always get comments about my signs, where I got them. I made these up on Canva and I get them printed and I laminate them. And no, I do not offer them for sale. This is something that I designed specifically for my booth and my brand, and they're unique to me and my business. So I've chosen not to list them for sale. But I'll give you guys a detailed booth tour probably tomorrow morning once we get all of the signs up. For right now, I've just kind of laid them here. Hey, you're back. Did you forget something?
No, just make sure you have your purse.
Okay, yeah, I have my purse.
I do not want to take that.
Okay, I have my purse. So yeah, we're gonna clip the signs, but for the most part, we are just about done, my friends. Back here is kind of a mess. There are some things that I need to tag. Also, I took this Bob Marley troll out of my body bag and I realized that the eye came out. So that's not going to be sold. I'm not really sure what to do with it. I could glue the eye in there, but I don't know. I don't like doing that, especially because that one's a sinker eye and that one's not. So this entire thing might just need to be put into the scrap bin to be used as stuffing, which is a major bummer. I'm just about to head out. It is so quiet in here now. Everybody is gone. It's only me. But look at how good the booth looks. Wow. Okay, so tonight when I get home, I need to laminate those signs, grab the sign holders, and then I think I'm gonna make some pink axolotls because I only have gold and blue left. And pink is obviously the most popular color of axolotl. So I think I'm gonna make those tonight. So for right now, I'm going to say goodnight to you and I will see you tomorrow for officially market day. I'm back and no longer looking like a greased up pig. Good morning, it is market day. We are here with all of our signage that I laminated last night and the little clips to put them up. And also last night I made 4 axolotls. I made 3 in this demi pearl, and then I ran out of the light pink demi pearl yarn from Michaels. So I used Fluffy Flex from Michaels, which is now a discontinued yarn, which I'm petitioning to bring it back because I love this yarn. But we got to go put these up, get the square reader set up. I did charge it last night and connect it before we left home. So we should hopefully have smooth sailing this morning. There are more booths set up. I would love to talk to you all about the expectations for this event, but we're going to get the booth completely ready to go first. And then we'll do the booth tour before too many customers come in. And then we'll sit down and have a little chit chat. I just got everything fully set up, so let's go ahead and do our booth tour. I know I say this like every time, but this is my favorite booth setup ever. I think the crates just add so much warmth to the booth. Oh my goodness. Okay, where should we start? Let's start from over this way because this is what the customers see first. So down below we have the pickle jar. So this is a label that I made. I actually sell labels similar to this on my Etsy and my website if you'd like to print your own. This is a cheese ball container, and if you've been around the channel for a while, then you know the lore of the cheese balls, which I won't go into here. But there's lore. We'll just leave it at that. As you can see, we stacked the crates really high with different levels of height to give everything their own little spotlight and moment. Way at the tippy top, we have my Anchor the Octopus. That took way too long for how big it turned out. But hopefully that goes home at some point soon because he takes quite a bit of room up in the body bags. We've got Cactus Cat and this sweet little piggy that I just made last week. This is kind of like Pig Central over here. We also have Swimming Piggy that had a little bug on him. Swimming Piggy, Raccoon Splooter. We've got the little cows and the little pigs. This is what the cow pattern was supposed to look like, but if you watch my This Week's Makes videos, then you might remember this guy that looks like the no neck guy from 90 Day Fiancé because I missed a few rounds in the pattern, so he has no neck, and we're gonna see which one of these sell first, if either of them even sell today, just at any market. I am pretty confident that no neck guy cow is actually going to sell first. He's like Cow Jimothy. That's the vibe. Then down here we have my chicken pattern. This is my chubby chicken pattern. I just recently added the wing modification to it. This one is in Bernat Speckled. And then we've got some in brown, white, black, and then blue with the purple comb for the Stardew Valley fans out there. We've got our little squirrels, the spice squirrels as we call them. Next to ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon here. I was trying to come up with names for the spice squirrels. We have Queen Bee with a crown on her. And then up top, we have a Pikachu Splooter. Everybody thinks this is Pascal, like from Tangled, which it very well could be. It's just a chameleon, but everybody is like, Pascal! So, sure, Pascal. And then my Jellycat style cupcake. We've got the Rubber Duck Army right here with the interactive. This isn't all from Jade pattern. It's the Sea Enema. I can never think of the name. The sea enema, right? Sea anemone? Anemone? Oh, it's a sea anemone every time. Look, we just got a bidet installed in the house. It's a long story as to why it ended up being cheaper than getting a toilet without a bidet, but clean butts are on the mind, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Then we've got the turtles.
Where are the turtles? Where are the turtles? Come on, guys, get out of here.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
And the Misfit bin. This is always like the best selling of the market. In here, I just have plushies that are small to medium size that I only have one or two of that don't have a home anywhere else on the table. So I throw them into this basket labeled the Misfit bin. In this basket that I got from Michael's a while ago, and I got it on clearance, but regular price it was like $40, which is stupidly expensive. But in here I've got some of my recent makes that have not gone to market yet, including some that have seen market a few times, like Burger Bee here. So we'll see if anything sells out of here today. I kind of like to zhuzh this up every once in a while at a market because people, you know, dig through here and then throw things back in it and whatnot. I do have 2 cookie mice, but shh, don't tell people. I'm only putting one in the Misfit bin right now, and then I'll replace it if it sells. Since this is a watermelon market, I had to make some watermelons. So I made some pastel watermelon, some hot pink watermelon, and then some traditional watermelon. Only one of them has blush, mainly because I forgot to add blush to all the other ones. And then up here we have our summery fun plushies, so our hot dog and Gary the snail. And then up here in this basket, we've got Chip and Mrs. Potts, as well as PB&J Bear. Like I mentioned during setup, these are from the studio and I brought them. And you know what? I got these at Michael's, and if they still have these, I got them during the spring on clearance or like beginning of summer. If they still have them, I might get some more because I think that they add a lot and they're like the perfect shade of purple, I feel like, to really bring the boot together, because my colors are very soft pink and then periwinkle purple, so they kind of are like a mix of that. So I like those a lot. I only had 2 stems though, so I put one right there and then one over here off this crate, but we'll get to the side momentarily. This runner I got on Amazon. I don't really recommend it, to be honest with you, and like I mentioned also during setup, somebody stained it, so I need to figure out how to get that stain out. But the print is just not super high quality. It's like bleeding, if you can see, but it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $25 after shipping. Of course, we've got the iPad and the square reader. Okay, y'all, let me get on my soapbox for a second. Buy a square terminal. It is so worth it. I love this thing. I've only used it for one other market, but I love it for a few reasons. Number one is you don't have to fiddle with like plugging in a phone like the free ones that come with Square when you sign up for it. So you don't have to hand customers your phone, which was always a little sketchy to me personally. We used to have just the white little tap one, which did work well. I never had any connectivity issues with it or anything like that, but a lot of people didn't understand that that is where you tap to pay. Sure, I could have put like a sticker on it that said, you know, tap to pay here. But what I really like about this Square terminal is that you can have your logo as like the home screen, so it almost acts as an additional decor piece to your booth. It looks very professional. But the best thing about this Square terminal, well, two good things. It has a swipe, an insert, and a tap. So on the one that we used to have, there was no swipe, and there is the occasional time where somebody will come with like a Visa gift card or something that they could not use at the booth. This has the swipe on it, so they could use it here. And it has the tap and the insert, of course. But the main reason why I love it is because on this, it pops up with a tip screen. So after you complete the sale, well, you can set it up in Square in your settings if you want it to tip before they pay or after they pay. I have it set up for after they pay, and they can just enter whatever amount or just round up. And at the last event, I ended up making like $40 just in tips. So that's amazing. At an event like this, it could potentially pay for the booth fee if, you know, I make enough sales via card where tips just pay that booth fee, or, you know, pay for your little snack at the event, or, you know, your food or gas or whatever. So that is amazing. Highly recommend the Square Reader. I'll link for you in my Amazon where I got mine. I purchased it on Amazon because of, you know, the free returns and all of that good stuff. Speaking of which, almost everything in my display is from Amazon, so I will link for you my Amazon storefront where I have listed all of my market essentials, the body bags for plushies, all of the display stuff, tables, chairs, tablecloths, everything like that. Also, side note, I hope the audio is okay. I don't have my mic on right now. Ryan actually ran home to grab it for me because we forgot it, and he's bringing me coffee too because he's the best husband ever. So hopefully audio is okay. And also, there's an Indian flute guy over there. He was across from us at Fall Festival here in town 2 years ago, and he sells like Native American flutes, and he's over there playing his flute. So you might hear some serene background ambiance. Okay, back to the booth tour. Over here we have my payment sign, which I got on Etsy forever ago, and I don't know who it's from, but they have these all over the platform, so you can find something that matches your brand's aesthetic. And then right here I put the little ferret, just because there was no other really good place to put them. You know what I need to get is a new card holder. On my old Square Reader holder, I had a little device that held the Square Reader and also held my cards, but now we're not using that. So I just kind of fanned them out right here. It looks a little messy. Maybe I should stack them. Or you know what, maybe I could stand them up right here. I've been just on the hunt for like a cute card holder. I have seen 3D printed ones for like bakers where it holds your cards, but it looks like a stand mixer. And then in the bowl, there's cookies and also your business cards. And that's so cute, but I'm trying to find one that fits the crochet aesthetic. So if you have any suggestions, let me know, because that would be so much fun to have. Oh, I forgot to mention too, this backboard is actually from my old square reader holder. I just used a command strip on the back here. Oh, hang on, sorry, the camera wasn't on it. I just used a command strip to stick it to the back so that I can put it away in the box fine and remove this and then stick it back for events. But it just is another place to add my logo and my branding. Down here we have the loaf cats, which this is all I have. And then this is the piece de resistance of my booth now. I feel like these are going to be a good seller if we make any sales at all, to be honest with you. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. These are the mystery itty bitty kitties. So these are what the kitties look like. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, the itty bitty kitties are a free pattern tutorial here on the channel. This machine I had 3D printed custom on Etsy. It was a great deal. It was like $70 after shipping, which for the size of it and something so custom, I think is a great deal. This has already paid itself off before I even had the machine. Actually, at the last event, I just had the little capsule balls. So I'll show you how this works. So you turn this and a little capsule comes out, and in it is one of the itty bitty kitties. We got the white one. I just had to take some out because the machine was too full. To transport them, I had stuffed as many balls in there as I possibly could, but I was not able to actually like spin it and have any of them come out with it being that full. So I just took out a good chunk of the balls, and I have a bunch over there in the corner too, so I need to put those up, but we can restock that as they sell, hopefully. But I'll link the maker of this machine for you down below. Great experience working with them, and this is definitely a fan favorite so far, just amongst what I have heard from you guys getting a machine and following the itty bitty kitty pattern, as well as me selling it at my last event. I was still waiting for it to be made for me custom, and of course that took a while because it's completely customized. So I just put the little gachapon capsules in one of those baskets back there, and I sold enough of them to pay this off 3 times over. So that's telling you something. Down here we have our gummy bears. I made these forever ago and just have never put them out. At my very first event I ever did, my gummy bears were the best sellers, and they are the cheapest item at my booth at only $5 a pop. A lot of them are squished, so I need to go back and unsquish them or squish them in the other direction. Like this guy, he's looking very long and lanky, so we gotta squish him in the other direction. There we go. That's looking a little bit more proportionate now. Above here, we've got the axolotls that we added the 4 that I made last night to the family. And here we have all of my Nyx the Dragons. Well, the pattern name is called Nyx the Dragon. There's a fluff on this one. This is one of my patterns as well. It is one of my favorite things to make for markets. Oh my goodness, he has a fluff on his head as well. Goodness, fluff everywhere. But I give each of them their own name and little biography, so people really feel attached to them. This is not all that I have. I still have like probably 60 or 70 dragons in my body bag, so this is just an assortment of colors. I do provide a free little carrier with them when they adopt a dragon. These are actually just party favor boxes from Amazon, also linked on my storefront. This is Princess Celestia, the pony from My Little Pony. Love her. She's up there in all of her glory. Then over here we have this pegboard, which normally I put up on top of a table and then secured to my canopy, but since we don't have the canopy to really secure it for this event, this one just went on the floor. I did not want to put it on top of a table, obviously, just in case it does fall. We don't want it falling off of a table, but it is very sturdy. We did buy extra little feet for it that Ryan put shims in so that it holds it really sturdy, so that way I could put this straight, because this is a quad fold, so it's meant to kind of, you know, zigzag, and I wanted the option to put it straight if I wanted to, so those feet allow it to stand up nice and sturdy without having to bend it. So this is where I keep all of like my big ticket items that don't really fit in the crates or stand up on their own nicely. Besides that, I've got my little swinging pets here, which the price on here is incorrect, kind of. I mean, for this event, it's fine. This is literally all the inventory that I have. So if they don't sell at the $20 price point, honestly, I'm okay with it, because I don't have that much stock anyways, and I don't know how many I'm going to be able to make before my next set of events. These are supposed to be $15, but the sign was made incorrectly, and they did sell at the $20 price point at the last event and at the conventions. So people do buy them at this price point. I just did not intend for them to be this expensive. So I know I'm going to get comments about pricing. So yes, normally there you've got a $15 on them. These are all of my big plushies, including the biggest ticket item at my booth, which is this beautiful dreamy duo that I spent 9 hours on and about $40 in materials to make. They've been with me to a few markets, but like I know that, you know, this is definitely a splurge kind of item. Hand painted eyes as well in them. But if the right person finds it and has the money for it, then they will go home. Also, I've got a lot of little baby stuff over here. So like these are my Snuggle Sprite patterns, and they're intended for babies. That's why I did embroidered eyes on all of them. We've got the Highland cow here, the lamb right here. And then these are the babies. So they're babies for babies. Although some of them have embroidered eyes, some of them have safety eyes, but I do have a sign at the front of my booth, which I will go video in just a second here, that has a disclaimer rather, about safety eyes and how they're not intended for small children under 3 years old. Oh, hang on, we're gonna do an itty bitty kitty. You have to think of names for them. What are you gonna name them? What's a good name for a black cat with blue eyes? Maybe Midnight? Fluffy, that's a cute name. What are you going to name your little white kitty cat? We just had to interrupt the booth tour because we just sold 2 itty bitty kitties. Those little girls are adorable. Also, I just got myself one of these Ryobi fans. Game changer. It's not too hot in here, but I'm like walking around and talking. I'm also wearing long sleeves, which maybe is not the best thing to do when it's 90 degrees outside, but I knew that we were going to be inside today. One older gentleman came up to me. He's like, "You look like you belong in the 50s." And I was like, I'll take that as a compliment. It's kind of giving trad wife. The purpose was for me to wear autumnal fall colors to hopefully bring the autumnal weather with me. I don't know that it's working, but I'm planning on staying inside for most of the day anyways. It's on the number 1 setting right now, but let's see how high the blast is when we turn it up to 3 maximum. Okay, this is the warning sign that I made that says items with hard plastic eyes are for children 3+. Sometimes you don't know who they're buying it for, but most of the time, if somebody comes over with a small child, just by making typical conversation, you can normally gauge who is purchasing the plushie or who the plushie is for, whether it be for them, their children, a gift. So if I get the sense that it is for a baby or for a toddler, I always let them know that it's not suitable if it has hard plastic safety eyes. But I do offer to take, well, depending on the size. For sinker eyes, I can't do it, but for like the little bead eyes like this, I will cut these out and then I will close up the hole from cutting them out and then embroider eyes for them. If I know that it is going to a little tiny baby, because I don't have a ton of stuff that has embroidered eyes that are, you know, baby friendly. So besides a couple of these guys over here, but you know, sometimes they want the little items. So I just offer that if, you know, I'm just making casual chit chat with the customers and notice that they want something baby friendly. So in terms of the back of the booth, we have a 4-foot table here that's kind of just for decoration and also just to set our crap. This is my little rolling thing that I got at Joann's Rip, along with some yarn in there for when we crochet later. We have the fan, of course, the iPad, the cash box with some adorable beaded jewelry that people have given me. Look at how cute. This is from PopCon 2026. My friend Mary Beth made these for Ryan and I. I always keep them in the cash box because they make me happy every time I see them. We have our bags here, which are Joann's bags. A wonderful subscriber sent me these to use at market, so I've got paper and plastic bags from Joann's, and customers always get so excited when they see the bags. Here I have my list of the little items and what they're priced at, just in case Ryan or my mom are here helping and they don't know what the prices are, since those things don't have individual price tags. Our fan, which we've discussed, and then this is a little commission for a friend of mine who may or may not be coming and picking up today, so he's just chilling there. We've got our giant water jug back here. I picked this up at Walmart. Love it. It's insulated. It's like, I don't even know how many fluid ounces, but it's big. 80 maybe? No, it's got to be more than that, I would think. I don't know. It's gigantic, but it has a crossbody strap as well as a handle. Very sturdy, keeps things cold all day long. And yeah, that's about it. That is the booth tour. Oh gosh, why is it so zoomed in? Why? I can't unzoom it. What the heck? Oh, you're getting an up close and personal look at my pores. There we go. I think I fixed it. But anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about the expectations. So we live in a very teeny tiny town, and this venue is right outside of town, and I haven't seen much publication, that's not the right word, publicity for it. I did post the flyer to our little town Facebook page a few days ago, letting people know that it was going on, because I hadn't seen anybody else do it. Even the event organizers I hadn't seen post it. Maybe they did. I might have just missed it, but I posted it and got like 8 reactions on it, which is typical in this small town. So I don't really know what to expect in terms of foot traffic. So far, it looks like really everybody who has been walking around has just been vendors. I'll get a good clip in a minute here of what vendor hall looks like, which I call it vendor hall, and I kind of chuckle to myself because when I normally say vendor hall, I'm talking about giant conventions at the convention center with hundreds, sometimes thousands of artists there. So this vendor hall is quite a bit smaller, just a little bit smaller than what we're used to. So I don't really know what to expect in terms of foot traffic from the public. So we'll see how we go today. Oh, I hear ducks quacking. Can you guys hear that? I'm setting a reminder right now before I forget that I need to reprint the Swinging Pet sign with the correct price on it. Look who's back! Hey! The man with the coffee. Waiting for the man with the coffee. I need this. I need this morning. Salted caramel cold foam cold brew. I was gonna call it coffee with cold foam. Also, he brought my microphone, so hopefully the audio is a little bit better now. It's picking up my voice better and cutting out some of that background noise, although it's very quiet in here, not gonna lie. How is it looking outside?
There is a mobile espresso bar that just showed up, which is very awkward because I was not here when I left to go get Starbucks. So sorry about that. Other than that, parking lot is pretty empty. A few more cars than when we parked this morning, but not too much.
We'll go peek out there. Also, they have watermelon, and I kind of want some watermelon. So maybe I'll go do a little peek. We're not going to spend too much time outside, though, because it's outside. And I am not the outdoorsy type. I'll go outside if I'm walking to my car to go to the yarn store. or if I see a pretty butterfly, and then I'll go right back inside. So I'm what you would call outsidey, not outdoorsy. When it's this hot, then I'm neither. Also, update on the hives. I have a little bit of a breakout, as you can see right there, like that streakiness, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. This morning, I did take an antihistamine, but it was in the medicine cabinet next to another small green bottle, and I was this close to taking a laxative instead of an antihistamine, and that would have made for an entirely different video. So here's what outside looks like. There is a petting zoo over there. We've got an outdoor tent and a little bounce house here. Some tractors, because it's Indiana, so every local event has to have a debut of tractors. There's the mobile espresso bar that Ryan mentioned. Where are people getting watermelon? Maybe this way. Let's go find it. This is actually not a bad time to get some footage of outside before it gets too crazy hot. I see some goats over there. Not to be dramatic, but I'm walking down this grassy hill in this outfit, and I'm feeling like Maria from Sound of Music. The hills are alive. Oh no, you know who I look like with my hair like this? Truly from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Who remembers that movie? Turning around on a music box that's wound by a key. How can you tell I'm under a spell? I'm waiting for love's first kiss. There are some cicadas crusted onto this barrel. Cicadas are huge here in the Midwest. In fact, I can hear them up in the trees as we speak. Look at this little guy. Oh, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you, buddy. Hi. Oh, that's a good shot of you. Work it. Oh yeah, working for the camera. Hey buddy, sorry, I have no treats for you. Oh, you like those scritches. So this venue is actually an apple orchard. So they do have apples here, which is very aesthetic, very fall vibes. Look at how cute. I wonder if they do, oh, you hear those cicadas? They got quiet as I walked over. I wonder if they do actual apple picking here. Oh, there's a bunch of them on the ground. We would love to come and take Celeste here and do apple picking with her. That would be fun. And then I can live my pony apple family dreams. Okay, I have no idea where people are getting the watermelon from. There is a surprising lack of watermelons here for it being a watermelon festival. Not gonna lie to you. I guess we'll have to wait and get them later. My hands are very grubby now from petting the animals, so I'm gonna run in and wash them. Oh, maybe in that building they have them? There's no signs though saying that there's anything going on in there, but those people are going over there. Let's let them be the guinea pigs. If they're able to go inside, then maybe we'll go check it out. Nope, they're just walking past. All right, I don't know if anything is in there, because there's only volunteers coming in and out, so I think that might just be a little hub for the volunteers. Every small town's got to have a water tower. Okay, I was told that the watermelon is actually in here at the concession stand. But first, I need to stop for coffee. Okay, let's go wash our hands. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do a little outfit of the day because I know that I'm gonna get comments and questions about my outfit and my makeup, so I'll give you guys the deets here. Okay, so my dress is from Torrid. It's very cute, very autumnal. Love the bows on top. And I like to put a shirt underneath it just because I like the way that it looks. This shirt I got on Amazon forever ago, so I'll see if I can find it to link it for you. I actually like to wear this with like my corset tops and things for Ren festivals. The only thing that I will say about this dress though is that it does fit me. Like as you can see, there's quite a bit of room in there. But because of how elastic these around the buttons are, it pulls a lot. And then it looks like I'm like a busting can of biscuits, but it does fit me. There's plenty of room. I just wanted to point that out because I know I'll get some comments from some people who can't help but point out the fact that my dress doesn't fit me. It does, but I do love the style of it. Very cute, very flattering. This I think is from Amazon too. And then my makeup is the makeup that I always wear. And I always get so many questions about specifically my eyeshadow and my lipstick. So I have created a whole new Amazon storefront of just my makeup. So for those who are always wondering what makeup I'm wearing, I have had the same exact makeup since 2021. I should probably get rid of it because it's long expired, but I hardly ever wear makeup except for events like this. So there you go. There's my outfit of the day for you. I'm gonna wash my hands and then finally go get my watermelon. I see you. Okay, I got my watermelon. There's honey on it. I've never had honey and watermelon together. Let's try it. They call it a watermelon sundae. Interesting combo. I don't know that I love it with honey, but I'm not a honey person in general. But the watermelon is delicious. Great way to start the day. Pairs amazingly with my cold brew here. Well, it's currently 10:30. We have made no other sales beside those two, but I mean, we did make booth back. Somebody else who is a vendor here, this is their third year, and they said that between the hours of noon and 1 p.m. is when it really picks up. So hopefully that's the case. I have lived here for 4 years now, and I've never heard of this event before. So I don't know if that's a bad thing. Probably is. But I guess there are people who come to this every year, and that's amazing. And now I do know about it, so in future years, even if I don't vend here, we still know it's something fun to do with the family. It's a free event. We can bring Celeste, pick some apples if they offer that. But yeah, I still stand by my comment about the surprising lack of watermelons for it being a watermelon festival. Ryan's braiding my hair for me.
I wasn't planning on taking over.
I was fixing that little strand keeps poking out because I have a few layers in my hair and it's bothering me. Get you a man that'll get you coffee and braid your hair for you. Look who's here, the gremlin. And I don't mean her. Hi, baby cakes. You want to go see the animals?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
What do you think? Are you scared? Hi, Mama.
Oh, she's so soft.
And she's big.
Here comes another one.
Large breed of sheep.
Let's go find Dad. Little Miss Shirley Temple. Hi. Did you find Daddy? Oh, yep, right for the merchandise.
Oh, you gonna go shopping?
She says, I would like to buy this, please. Good job. She puts things back so meticulously.
Okay, that'll be two. Oh, no, not this one. Would you like to buy it? That'll be $2 because you're so cute. Can I have your money?
There's our little klepto running away with the merchandise again.
All we have back in the
Our friends Haley and Michael are here with their daughter Violet. And so we're just chatting as I'm continuing to eat my watermelon. Violet and Celeste are 2 weeks apart in age and they're just little besties. They're so cute. but Violet just got a sea turtle, and I put it in a little box for her because she loves a purse. She's just like Celeste. It's so funny. They're very similar in age and also in like what they like. They're so cute. Anyways, Ryan's gonna give us a little update on what we sold while we were gone.
Maybe 2 minutes after you left.
I see it on the list.
Yeah.
We sold the enema.
Yeah, the sea anemone. Also, I did have to look it up to make sure I spelled it correctly on the list. The sea anemone swinging pet, I don't even remember which one it was now because I was more focused on the sea anemone. And a dragon. Specifically, it was the bumblebee dragon named Pippin. So, and it was all to the same person. It was one of the volunteers here, the one that was looking at it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. So $100, like, right after she left. So, yep. Good luck charm. Bad luck charm.
I don't know, at the last event, it was whenever you left that I made sales.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the event. There was like nobody here, you guys, and I went out to meet my mom and Celeste, and we went and, looked at the animals and stuff, as you saw. And as we were walking back in, my mom was like, where do we go for the vendors? And I realized that there's like no signage. Like there's one sign as you're coming up the drive, vendors, but the arrow is pointing the wrong direction. And then there's no signs like in front of this actual building that says vendors inside or anything like that, and the doors are shut because there's so many bugs out here since we're on a farm, so they want to keep the doors shut, and of course the AC, which is fine, but there's no indication saying that there's like stuff going on inside of this building. So it's kind of like that other one that I showed earlier where the building, like all of the doors were closed, and I was like, is that something that we go into, or is it only for volunteers? So I fear that might be hindering the foot traffic because there is nobody here. Let me show you. Besides our friends right there who are talking to my mom, there's nobody here. It's 11:17 now, and I mean, we've made booth fee back, so that's really all we could hope for. But it would be nice to make a little extra money, of course, for all of the time that we spent setting this up and sitting here today. But fortunately, we have my wonderful mother who is here watching Celeste. So I'm going to go play with the girls for a little bit and hope that more people show up. We've been told between the hours of noon and 1 is when foot traffic really picks up. So hopefully that's the case because it's slow. If this is how the whole afternoon's gonna go until 7 p.m., which is when we close tonight, I'm gonna be getting a lot of crochet done. She just shoved the gummy bears in there. They're clogging up the machine. Ryan and Celeste and Violet, her little friend, are all going outside. I'm gonna stay in here and watch the booth. This might be the slowest event I have ever done. There's not a soul here besides vendors. Well, since it's so slow, let's do our secret emoji of the day. If you're watching this part of the video, scroll down to the comment section and leave an emoji picture of a watermelon. And if you don't have the little pictures on your phone or you're on your TV or something, then comment the word watermelon. And so I know that you're watching this part of the video, and I will be paying attention to those of you who comment the secret emoji of the day. While everybody is outside, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out some crochet and maybe work on some itty bitty kitties. I didn't bring any other yarn. I am very low on the orange. I have less of those in the capsules than any of the other colors, which it should be like one of the most common ones. I just didn't have enough yarn for it when I was prepping all of these, so I'm gonna try to make as many of those as I can and then mix them in with the capsules really nice, so that way there's just a high of a chance as getting that one as all of the others. But we still have only made 1, 2, 3, 4 sales. Let's see, what time is it now? 11:30. So we've been open 2.5 hours and we've made 4 sales. Multiple items in some of those, but 4 customers. And all of those were volunteers, other vendors, or our friends who specifically came to see us. Okay, hold the crochet thought. While my mom is here watching the booth, let's do a little quick spin around to see all of the other vendors here. So we've got wreath and hand-painted glass, it looks like. Ooh, stained glass. And essential oils. Hi! The Native American flute guy. 3D print. Okay, my mom was telling me about this booth, and I'm gonna come back over here when Ryan is back inside because I want this. I'm having a hard time deciding. I want this. I love this kitchen scale right here with the little fox bear guy on top of it. Look at how cute these are. I know they're not everybody's taste. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty with the velvet pumpkin in there. And these prices are so reasonable too. $28 for this little guy. This. I love this little pumpkin bear. Oh my goodness. My toddler is just gonna like think it's a toy though. But that is so stinking cute. Look at that little bear. Do you thrift your things? Ryan is here now to help me decide what to get. We both really like this old worldly scale for the kitchen with this little bear on it. It's so cute. Okay, we're gonna buy some things from her and then we'll continue with the vendor tour. There's still nobody here, so we don't have to worry about watching the booth really, honestly. I got this gorgeous pumpkin centerpiece for our Thanksgiving tablescape, fall table, and then my mom got a few things. She got the little wagon with the bear in it. I love it so much. Okay, back to the tour. Okay, so next to all of the fall stuff, we've got these sewn things. Haley got Violet some cute little hair bows here, and we might need to get Celeste some matching bows. Over here looks like we have some decals, some badge holders and fun beaded items. Looks like some t-shirts over here, heat press t-shirts. Oh, that's what she was doing too, where you pick your heat press and you pick your t-shirt. Freshy scents. The duck with the glasses. Oh my gosh, the Alani. We have some beautiful jewelry. Oh, look at how fun these earrings are. I'm a sucker for the clay earrings. Oh my gosh, I just saw the ghost dogs, and these would look so cute with my fall merchandise. Trick or treat, give me yarn. Oh my goodness. Next to the earrings, in the center here, we've got the 3D print. There were more tables here, but I guess they just didn't show up because they moved the tables. And according to the map, I think there are supposed to be people here. And then our wonderful booth neighbors right across the way here are these amazing paintings. Let me zoom in. Marilyn's Canvas Haven. She's only been painting for a little over a year. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. Like, that is pure talent for only have been doing this for a year. And then we have the bar, and then we're back at our booth. There is still nobody here. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think that it's safe to call it right now, even though we're not done with the event, that this is going to be the least amount of sales I have ever had in an event, because there is literally nobody here outside of vendors and volunteers. Everybody in red shirts are volunteers, by the way. We did sell chip a little while ago, but that was only the 5th sale of the day. And we have not sold anything beside that in like the past 4 hours. Okay, my mom and Celeste just left. They got a quesadilla and didn't eat all of it. So Ryan and I have half of a quesadilla and some French fries to hold us over. It is after lunchtime. I haven't really been too hungry, honestly. I ate that watermelon this morning and my coffee, and I'm fine. Yeah, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total sales. And it is currently, let me grab my phone out of my dress pocket, $118. And like I mentioned earlier, all of those purchases were by vendors, volunteers, or our friends, except for the itty bitty kitties that we sold at first, and then also the chip that just sold like 45 minutes ago. But they were looking at the booth for a long time. She was going to get a pink axolotl, and then she decided to get the chip instead, but she was looking at the dragon, she was looking at the ducks, she was looking at the big stuff over on the board. She was having a hard time deciding, but she ultimately decided to go with the chip cup, which I'm happy to see go, because I made those not too long ago. I would have loved if Mrs. Potts and Chip stayed together and went home together, but it's okay that they didn't. Maybe I should make another chip before my next event so that I can display them together, because I think they look really sweet displayed together. I was going to crochet earlier, and then all of our friends came. Our friend Natalie and her son Elliot came. Celeste is in like a little group of friends. They do swim lessons together. They do library time together. So she had her fun time, and Ryan and I were chatting with all the parents as we always do. And of course I went around and did my spin around the vendor hall and spent some money. I sometimes take into account merchandise when I'm doing my overview with how much money I made at the end of each video. I'm not going to take that out of this market though, because this market is not very lucrative. We'll just leave it at that for now. So I'm not going to take out what I spent on other people's booths here, especially because this is the kind of event that Ryan and I would just take our family to on any Saturday. You know, if I was not vending at this, we still probably would have come. Well, if I had seen advertisements for it, because like I mentioned earlier, I did not. But if I had seen advertisements, this is the kind of event that we would just come to do on a family Saturday, on a weekend, something to do to get out of the house, and free event. And I still probably would have spent money at some of these booths here. So I'm not going to take it out of the inventory expenses, or include it in the inventory expenses rather. I normally do that if I justify it as I would not be spending this money if I was not vending here. So on things like food, like I wouldn't go to Comic-Con just to buy food. So something like that I will take out of what we made. But at an event like this, you know, we're looking like, I'm trying to add up all of these totals in my head right now, but I am so bad at math. I was going to say about $200, I think, is what we're at for the morning / early afternoon. I don't know. I'm bad at math, man. I cried at the dining table every single night in 5th grade doing my math homework, and I was traumatized. And you know what? I've grown up, I've healed, I've moved on, and I would not like to be re-triggered by the numbers. So we'll add that up with the calculator later. But now that everybody is gone and we have some quiet time, I think I will eat my cold half quesadilla and crochet a little bit. Did you guys see Ryan in the back with the pickle?
Oh, there's a lot more than just the pickle.
I did not see what he was doing in the back, so you're going to have to rewind the footage that entire time I was talking.
Sorry if I was distracting you while she was trying to talk.
Like I mentioned, I'm making these little orange loaf cats for the itty bitty kitty mystery capsules. This is the color Honey by Premier Parfait Chunky. It's the perfect orange cat color. Love it so much. Also, of course, I'm using my hook halo. We've got a lot of new people on the channel who might not know what this is. First of all, if you're new to the channel, a new subscriber, a new viewer, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching and joining the family. But I got to show this off because this is something that I came up with after I had to replace my third way too expensive crochet hook from getting lost in the depths, the void of my couch cushions. And I designed it so that way it can fit and work for every crochet hook size. Your scissors, your needle, your stitch markers, everything can fit onto one hook halo. Even though it's called the hook halo, you can use it for all of your crochet tools. These are great for markets because on something like this where I'm having to do color changing and need my scissors to cut and tie, I can just drop my scissors right here into my lap. I don't need to worry about them getting up and running away. And then I can crochet as I need to. When I'm ready to pick up my scissors, I can just drop my crochet hook, pick up my scissors, and cut if I need to. Also, if you're wondering, no, it's not dangerous to have scissors on these things unless you're like whipping them around like nunchucks or something, but it just lays right here in my lap. I talk with my hands. It's my Italian side that comes out, and I talk with my hands a lot, as you guys who are familiar with the channel know. Katie the Celestial Homebody. That's because I talk with my hands a lot. So even somebody like me can wave my hands around and I'm still like not getting stabbed or anything with these. I also have little TSA safe safety scissors that have a little silicone top on them. They're little teeny tiny little itty bitty scissors that are great too because those have silicone on them. So if you're worried about hurting yourself, you could use those too. But yeah, it works with all crochet tools. This is the Starlight Garden. It's got Lily of the Valley flower beads on it with pink and green tones. This is one of 10 core designs that I have in my hook halos, but for a limited time, I have the Harvest Moon hook halo, which is just for the fall season. It's got beautiful, warm, rich, brown cat eye color shifting beads, jade beads, sunflowers. It's very warm and cozy and gold hardware. I love that design, but it is only for a limited time for the fall season, or until I run out of the materials, whichever of those come first. And if you're somebody who doesn't want beads around their wrist because you have sensitive skin or something having to do with sensory things that you don't like that, then you do not have to use a wristlet like this. There is a nylon wristlet option if you don't want the beads, or if you don't want it around your wrist at all. I designed this to be completely modular, so you don't even need to use the wristlet at all. You could just use the tether as a stitch marker or to keep your hook with your project at all times. I'm also launching very soon a way to clip your hook halo to your clothing. That's going to be releasing very soon. It's just going to be a little attachment that you connect your lobster claw clasp of your hook halo to, and then you can connect it to your clothing, so it's literally you're wearing it like a pacifier on a string. But for those of us who are sick of replacing our crochet tools, this is for you. So my plug is over. I just wanted to introduce it for those who are new to the channel and might not know about it. But I'm going to continue making these little cats for as long as I can. So I just realized that I did not bring a needle with me, which is kind of a bummer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish these cats without a needle. The only sewing on these that I would need a needle for is closing up their little booties once you're all done stuffing them and finishing up their bodies. But I might be able to just decrease, crochet decrease around enough and then use my hook to like pull through to finish it off, and then use my hook to pull the end through. And I might be able to get away without using a needle, but if not, then I might just need to make a bunch of these little cat skins, I guess we could call them, and I'll take them home, stuff them at home, and sew them up at home. But at very least, we're making a little bit of progress on some inventory. Oh, how to crochet? Oh, that's awesome.
I'm not at the point where I can do all the stuff that you're doing, but I'll get it.
Well, I've been crocheting for like 3 years, so if you're just starting, hey, I was you just a few years ago. Yeah, I know. You just stick with it. It's a very hard skill to learn, but once you learn the basics, you're going to be able to make all of this. It just takes time and practice, right? Like anything else. You're gonna do an itty bitty kitty? Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna do one or two. Don't want two.
Okay, go ahead and spin it. If you get two of the same, I'll let you switch it out. All right, first one. Oh, the little fluffy white kitty. Cute.
Look how cute.
You can keep the ball if you'd like to. And
oh, you had him upside down.
Here, I'll fix his ears for you. Sometimes they get squished. Oh, you got the ultra rare one. That's the ultra rare rainbow cat.
Oh, cool.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You must be lucky. Oh, did I bring any safety eyes with me? I think I did. I might have some in my green rolly thingy. One little kitty kitty meow meow is done. Sans the nose. You and I will always be celebrating life together. I know I have found a friend forevermore. Courage is the key that opens every door. La, 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 la. It's been about 45 minutes. I've made 4 orange itty bitty kitties with little white socks, and a little girl just came up and bought a pink axolotl and a blue axolotl for her brother. They are vendors, I believe. I'm peeking out through the crates here. Look, can you see through the crates? Is there anybody out there? I see maybe one guy walking around, but other than that, not many people. You know what? Let me add up what we've done so far. It's currently 3 o'clock, so we still have a few more hours here. This is a 10-hour day, which is a long time to be at an event when it's slow. I'm a little bored out of my mind, but I've got some emails and like Instagram messages and stuff to catch up on. So honestly, I might sit on my phone, which normally I do not like doing at events because it's very impersonable, you know, as people walk by, but there's nobody here. So I might as well get some work done while I'm sitting here. You know what I need right now? A crispy Diet Coke. Oh. That sounds nice. Where can I obtain said crispy Diet Coke? People in the comments are going to tell me that I shouldn't be drinking Diet Coke, but you know what? There are a lot worse things that I could be drinking than a single mini can of Diet Coke a day. Seems like everything nowadays is bad for us. You can't even buy like lettuce now without getting the Hershey squirts. All right, you are good to tap? Okay, I'm eager to see which one you get. Oh, you got the little gray one. We just told the little itty bitty kitty she got the gray one. So that was $10, and I was just adding up, let's see, itty kitty, $10. I was just adding up what our total was, and before that cat, we've done $311. So now $321, which is not nothing. I mean, that's still $321 more money than what I had before I came here. So that's good. But again, this is many hours to sit here, and to only have done that much is not super great. But I am happy to report that the itty bitty kitties are selling well. That is definitely our best seller today. Most people, actually, let's see, only 3 purchases have been card. Everybody else has done cash, which I'm not surprised about. It's very, very common in rural communities in the Midwest for people to charge a card fee. In some states, I think it's illegal for you to charge like a 3% card fee. I do, and every single small business in my town, like even if you go to our town square and go eat at a restaurant here, or go to like one of the thrift stores here, we have a lot of antique stores, they all charge a 3% card fee, so people here are used to it and they expect it and anticipate it. So I do as well to help offset some of those like Square fees. Oh, you know, speaking of Square, earlier I was talking about how much I love my terminal. If you would like to sign up with Square, I have an affiliate link. So if you sign up using the link in the description box, it'll give you a free $1,000 of transactions. So on your first $1,000 worth of transactions, you don't have to pay any Square fees. You get the $1,000 in fees free, and I do as well. So it helps both of us. So if you've never used Square before and have been thinking about it, then maybe now is the time. This is your sign. I honestly really like Square. I also use Shopify for like my online store, and I know that Shopify has in-person point of sale things like registers and whatnot. but I really like Square. I like their hardware. I like the way that it looks. It looks very sleek and professional. Clover is another really popular one that has point of sale systems. One day I would love to get like a full register because I think that that would just be fun. When I was a kid, I had a Barbie cash register in the early 2000s, and ever since I had that Barbie cash register, I have wanted to like play with a cash register. When I was in college, I worked at Build-A-Bear Workshop, and my favorite job was to work on register because something was so satisfying about clicking those really clicky buttons and then tearing the receipt. Loved it, and I still to this day love it. So if I maybe down the line have the opportunity to get an actual register, then I might get one. The only problem that I foresee with that is that's just extra room taken up in transporting market things. So, because the iPad doesn't take up much room at all. I just throw that in my green bag, and then my little Square terminal, it does everything that a cash register does. It even prints receipts. That's another thing that that terminal does. So some customers do want a receipt, and on my previous Square reader, I wasn't able to print receipts. It would only text or email them if they wanted one. This one actually physically prints, which is a lot of fun. And again, I find a lot of joy and satisfaction out of tearing the receipt. Is anybody else like that? Am I just weird? I mean, I know that I'm weird on a lot of different levels for a lot of different things, but Ryan always chuckles at me every time we're at like Goodwill or something and I see a cash register. I always got to put my grubby paws all over and click all the buttons. I also love a clicky keyboard. So I do own a clicky keyboard for when I'm working. Speaking of working, I am going to be antisocial right now and sit on my phone and do some work. Let's peek out one last time. Make sure there's nobody coming toward the booth. Nope. That's a negative. Oh yeah, also, if you don't see Ryan for a little bit, it's because he ran home to grab us lunch to make us some sandwiches. We didn't pack anything and bring it with us today because we know that we're so close to home. So we're like, yeah, one of us can just drive the 5 minutes home. Technically, it's 6 minutes home to go get what we need for lunch. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, I literally just stopped recording and look who showed up. It's Rai. What is that? You got Jersey Mike's? Oh my gosh. And Jimmy John's for me. Oh my gosh. And he got me a Jimmy John's sandwich. Oh my goodness.
But I like Jersey Mike's better. So
Ryan is a Jersey Mike's stan. I am a Jimmy John's stan. So we are a house divided. But we do have them right next to each other in town. Oh, and he brought me the crispiest Diet Coke of them all. A McDonald's. Oh my goodness, this is a lot more soda than I normally drink. Normally I just have a mini can. Ooh, this is a nice little pick-me-up halfway through the day. I thought you were just going home to make sandwiches. I didn't know that you were going to bring the fancy sandwiches.
yeah, well, you work hard, so you deserve it.
Oh, thanks, honey. Which kitty are you hoping for? Any of them? You like the rainbow one? That one is rare.
No, you gotta pick one.
Thank you. You want to open them?
And if you really don't,
Let's see what you get. The little fluffy kitty cat. That one? All right, open it up. Let's see. What is it? Oh, it's a little black one with blue eyes. He got the gray cat and wanted to switch it out, so I let him spin it again, and he got a black cat with blue eyes, and he was very happy about that. So everybody's happy. We just sold 2 more itty bitty kitties. I'm working on my sandwich. It's now 4 o'clock. Not a single customer has walked by, only volunteers and other vendors. The lady across from us looks like she's fallen asleep, sitting in her chair, and I don't blame her. Ryan is sitting here doing the same thing.
True.
Should we play a game?
I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang it. Best 2 out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
2C. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Rock, paper, scissors. Dang it! What comes after 3 out of 5?
4 out of 7.
4 out of 7. Rock, paper, scissors. I know. Should we play the police sketch artist game? Okay, we played this in one of our podcast episodes, which has only been 2 episodes. We haven't done it in a while. But the game is that one person is drawing and they're the police sketch artist, and then the other person is describing to them a character, like a well-known cartoon character, and then the person who's drawing has to ask questions to determine like what details they're going to put on their photo or their picture, their police sketch, and then guess who the character is. And we did this on our podcast, our visual podcast, that is, episode, and y'all loved it. And there's nobody here. You want to play?
Give him my best.
Okay, let's play. Okay, so I'll draw first. I will put up on the screen as I'm drawing a picture of the character that Ryan is describing. And oh, cha-ching, we just got an order on Etsy. Oh my goodness. Thank you to whoever placed an order. I'll set up the camera back here so that way you can see what I'm drawing as Ryan is describing it to me. Okay, because we only have one microphone, we're gonna do this a little bit differently. The last time we played the game, I asked questions about the character, but the mic is not gonna pick me up from all the way over here, so Ryan will just describe the character to me and to you all, and I will sketch it. So here we go.
I believe her to be about 6'4".
She's a tall mommy.
I don't think that she's a mom, but I know what you mean. That's how I picture her, 6'4". Very tall, obviously, and very skinny. Her head is shaped like an upside down egg.
Isn't an egg the same on both sides?
No, because
One top is like the top is a little bit pointier.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant by that.
Okay,
Because
so
otherwise,
like an alien head shape with a rounded chin.
Sure. But it's not it's not a drastic difference between the top and bottom. She has very big blue eyes. Her eyes are very big. They're like a vertical oval shape. And I think that she has lovely lashes. Like, I think the lashes are a prominent a feature.
I think I already know who it is. Is it Betty Boop?
No.
Oh.
No. I think she's got a very small, like, button nose. She's got some rosy cheeks. And I don't think that she smiles I don't think it's like a big, like, exaggerated smile. I think it's kind of like just a small, like, closed smile.
Does she have lips?
I don't believe so. I think the kind of mouth we're going for is a line. Her hair is, wow, the pizzazz on the hair.
What does that mean?
Like, the hair makes her. I know she's got bangs. They're straight across, but they're split. And I'm trying to think of how to say this because I could give an...
Is it Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
I guessed it. It's Sailor Moon. That is nightmare fuel Sailor Moon right there. But you know what? I was going based off the very vague instructions that Ryan was giving me. Like, her hair has pizzazz.
I'm sorry. It does.
It does. She is
she's
one.
got, like, the
she is
bun.
one with the pizzazz.
Yeah, she's got like the buns with the jewel and the hair. That, like, I don't know how much hairspray that girl puts on to have a heart.
She's magical. She doesn't need hairspray. She was born that way. Okay, now we'll trade places, and I get to describe to Ryan as he draws my character. Also, if you're curious, no, nobody has walked by, nobody has bought anything. Okay, so for me, you're going to be drawing a man Wait a second. I just realized that you said that your character was like 6'2".
Yeah.
That's how tall you picture Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Can we get a canon check on that? In the lore, how tall is Sailor Moon?
Also, I think I said 6'4".
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
I say I thought she's tall, or the boots are just crazy high. I don't know.
Her official height is 4 feet 11 inches. What? She just has the energy of a tall goddess.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so my character is also very tall. Man, very skinny.
Are you sure? Do we need a canon check on the height?
I am sure.
Okay.
Because I've seen him around other characters who I know are shorter than him. Very tall, very skinny. So we'll start with his head. It's very much so like a tall oval shape. His eyes are just little beady black pupils. And he's got a fairly large nose, not pointy, but big. No lips, but you can give him like a closed mouth smile. He's a pretty happy guy, I'd say.
Okay, like a bigger smile.
Yeah. Yeah, he's happy. Okay, he has bangs, but they're kind of like mine. They're kind of like side swept bangs, short across the face. And then his hair, it's on the longer side, but it's not longer than like his shoulders.
Is it?
It's like choppy, like think like choppy layers.
Okay.
I don't know what he's drawing, but just based on the sound of the Sharpie, I'm very excited to see it. Okay, so he's quite tall. He's got a really long neck with an Adam's apple. Does he have an Adam's apple? Wait, I think this is a Mandela effect thing where some people remember him having an Adam's apple and some people don't, and I remember him having one, but I think canonically he does not. If you added one, it's fine.
Got it.
Okay. So like I mentioned, he's tall and very slim. He wears like an oversized t-shirt, like what I wear to bed. And it's a very long t-shirt too. Like it practically goes down to his knees, like midway down his thigh. I can see how low on that paper you drew. I can't see what he's drawing, but I can see how low on the paper he's going. And he did not leave a lot of room for those legs.
Well, you said down to his knees.
I said practically. It goes to his mid-thigh, I'd say. Okay, so his shirt is green.
Oh.
Who is it?
Shaggy.
It is Shaggy Rogers. Let me see it. I love his hair. I love his hair. Oh my gosh. That looks just like him. You captured his essence beautifully.
Wow. Hooray.
Okay, well that was fun and just wasted like 5 minutes, but the sun looks like it's either going down, which I know it's not because it's like 4:30 or something like that, and it's not going to get dark that early, but there must be some cloud coverage, so maybe rain coming, which is not a good sign because that means the people who are outside are probably just going to leave because nobody knows that we're in here. You know what? I'm going to pop outside really quick. I want to show you what it looks like for patrons as they're walking up to this building to show you what I mean by I just don't think that anybody knows that we're like stashed away in here. So let's go do that. So here's the main road. That is where people go park. There's this building here. No signage. All of this stuff is happening over there. Vendors inside pointing that way. Apple slushies pointing that way. So you would think with the way that the signs are pointing that they would be that way, maybe down by the petting zoo. But there's no signage here that says to go inside that building. So I don't know how people know that we're in there, really, honestly. I mean, there's like nobody out here even, but even if there were, would anybody actually know where to go? You know, unless they've been here before. Also, there's a bunch of these little sweat bees all over the place. Do you guys have these where you live? Hang on, let me see. Can I get him on the camera? He was flying in front of the camera there. Oh, he's literally sitting on the top of it right now. He's too fast. I can't get a focused video of them. But they're called sweat bees, and they're just like these little bee-looking things, but they don't sting or anything. There's just tons of them, and they're very annoying. That's why they're keeping the door shut to the vendor hall, because these things are just all over the place, and they obviously don't want them getting in there and getting around the food and everything. It does look like they're setting up a little stage here for some live music, but it is feeling very overcast. Actually, over there it looks nice. Look at the Indiana Toy Story sky. I always say the sky here looks like Toy Story. It's always so blue and the clouds are just so fluffy and white, but we definitely have some cloud coverage right here, and I'm feeling like it's going to rain. You can smell it in the air almost. So hopefully the concert doesn't get rained out, and if it does, then hopefully people don't just leave. Hopefully they come in and visit us. I always complain about people packing up early from events because I think it's very unprofessional, but I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm very tempted to just pack up and go right now. But I'm not going to. That is rude for my vendor neighbors. That is rude for the event organizer. And you never know. We could get a huge influx of people. We still have like 4 hours left here, and of course I'd love to go home and take a shower and take off my clown makeup and just spend the day with my family, but we're gonna tough it out. At least I get to hang out with my best friend and my hubby, so we're having a good time. We're making the most out of today. Also, update on my hives. As you can see, I've got a little spot right there, but it's kind of like spotty, patchy all over my body. I am getting really itchy, so I'm gonna go see if it's time for me to take another antihistamine, because I don't need to be scratching all my skin off, especially with my sensitive skin. It gets so red just if I look at it wrong. Oh, hang on, let me see if I can get a clip of all of these little sweat bees. You see them all? Look at them, they're knocking to get in there. Knock, knock, knock. Ryan just texted me to get inside. Is he selling something?
Okay, I didn't fully understand because he connected his speaker and it's kind of loud. But they're gonna play a contest with the watermelons. I think he said a watermelon spitting contest. Guess the weight of the watermelon and something else. But he's taking sign-ups right now.
I thought you sold something big, and that's why you told me to get inside fast.
No, I was just thinking for content. We can finally put something entertaining here.
Yeah, this has just been a mess of a vlog. You're along for the ride with us. Okay, where do I put in my guess for the watermelon contest, or it's a spitting contest? These people are gonna watch me spit without having to pay for my OnlyFans? You know I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm just joshing you.
I don't know what that entails, but sure.
You do seed spitting, I'll do the watermelon eating. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna get some content in this vlog after all. I have just entered myself into a watermelon eating competition. There's hardly anybody out here, so the only people that I'm embarrassing myself in front of is you all. So be nice in the comments. I'm doing this for you. Be grateful. Okay, say goodbye to my pristine white shirt and dress, because we're about to get juicy.
Just try to eat as close as you can to the rind, like you don't have to use the rind or anything. It's all
We have to swallow it to consider it finished.
Yes, I'll witness the finish. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Go, 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 go.
Go.
is a contest.
There's no way.
You got it. Just bite and swallow.
Look how thick that baby is. I lost. Not too many casualties on the outfit, just one little drop. The table, however, did not stand a chance. Okay, Ryan's gonna do the watermelon seed spitting contest. We're not really sure what goes into this.
I think they.
And Steven! Did you find out what the parameters were?
How far you shoot it.
Oh, how are they gonna track it?
I don't know.
Those things are so tiny.
He's getting a tape measure.
Oh, okay. You're gonna measure it, okay. Also, we took the cash box with us in the green thing and just left the booth with a little sign that says we'll be right back. There's nobody in there. We don't have anything to worry about. All right, we've got 21 feet, I think he said. So that's what Ryan's gotta beat. It did a little arc.
Yeah, we don't need to measure that one.
Good try, good try. Okay, now we're going to guess the weight of the watermelon. And I've had 2 babies, so I feel like I might be able to get this one. If a watermelon has weight distribution like a child does, we'll see. Everybody else gets to hear our guesses.
Okay, that's a good point. You gotta whisper in my ear.
Okay. Well, definitely lighter than Celeste, that's for sure.
Well, I think that one in here.
I said 17 and a half. What did you say?
I said 18.1.
Okay.
You said 15? You think it's that light? We'll see. We're all over the place.
Yeah. Ready for the winner?
Yeah.
Great Lakes Unsalted.
Woo!
Yeah, it's 23.
I knew they was taking it.
She girthy.
Free watermelon.
Ooh, 23 pounds.
Wow.
That's crazy. It didn't feel that heavy. I mean, it definitely felt heavy.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be doing like, what's that workout? Kegels? No, that's not right. where you like pick up the medicine ball?
Kettlebell. Is that what you're thinking?
Kettlebells.
Yeah.
Kegels, kettlebells, same thing.
Very different muscles though.
Well, that was fun. We had some watermelon festival shenanigans. I need to go clean up and wash my hands. My hands are so sticky. Hello, booth. Looks untouched from when we left. You know it's humid when my bangs do the Farrah Fawcett flippy thingy.
We did the wrong contest because you've never been a swallower and I'm good at drinking drinks very fast.
Yeah, you can like down food and drinks really fast,
Yeah.
and I can't.
Yep.
Well, we would have won a t-shirt. Do we need another t-shirt in our household?
No, but now we have to post a video on the internet that we lost.
That we lost. We're losers.
Yeah.
I'm a loser, baby, a loser. What? How's that song go from Hazbin Hotel?
Yeah, you're on point.
Oh my gosh, this is so wholesome. So we finally just made another sale after all that time. It was 2 more itty bitty kitties to a family who came earlier and bought 2 itty bitty kitties from the machine. They live really close by, so they went home, and the 2 little girls who got the cats made out of a shoebox little houses for their little itty bitty kitties with places for them to sit, a hammock, a little food and water bowl, a ball of yarn. And so they came back to get little friends for their itty bitty kitties. Is that not the cutest thing? That is so precious. So the 4 that they got, they happened to get 4 different ones. One of them was the rare sparkly black kitty. And then that girl also got a just standard black cat with blue eyes. And then her sparkly black cat had green eyes. So they kind of look like they went together. And then her little sister got the fluffy white cat and the gray tabby cat. And she loved all of them. So she wouldn't have been disappointed with whatever she got, which was so sweet. So we actually sold enough of those for me to need to restock the machine. Although I will say that some customers have said that there's already a ball, like a capsule in the little slot. So I think that kids are like coming up and spinning it, or if the machine gets bumped a little bit, then a ball could fall if it's like just in the right location. So I just am telling people if there's already a capsule in there to just give it to me. I'm throwing it back into our back stock right there, and then so that they have the opportunity to actually spin it, especially for the kids. That's part of what the fun is spinning it and having the little ball drop down. But I had to just restock the machine because we were all out. So we sold, let's see, we sold 10. That's not bad. Considering how few sales we have not even filled up an entire page of the notebook, and this is a small notebook too, that we've sold 10 itty bitty kitties. That's really good. I do feel like I can fit like 20 capsules inside of the machine, but earlier I found that if I stuffed it too full, like with how many physically fit in there, then they didn't drop down when you spun it as easily. So I took some out myself. So I'm only keeping like 10 or 11 actual capsules inside of the machine all at the same time. And that is like the perfect amount where it doesn't run out too fast and I'm constantly having to restock it, but also it spins well enough for the capsules to come out when customers spin it and buy it. So it is now 5:01, so we're here for another 2 hours. Wow, and we've done, let's see, I tallied up that $311 tally like hours ago, and we've sold a $10 itty kitty and then 4 more itty kitties. So that is $50 in itty bitty kitties since the last time I tallied. Not too shabby. I told you guys, they sell like hotcakes. I'm hot from being outside, so I have my fan going. Can you see the windswept look? It's like a CoverGirl ad or Maybelline ad. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's delusion. This fan is pretty quiet, but I'm still holding the mic close to my mouth just in case I don't want it to pick up the wind noise. It is called the Whisper series in the brand Ryobi, however you say that, but it works just on a battery pack, so it's nice. You don't have to plug it into anything. This thing is going to be a game changer for outdoor markets. It is beefy. It is quite heavy, especially with the battery on it, but this thing kicks wind, as we found out earlier in the video when I turned it up to full speed. It's now 5:48. We just sold 2 more itty bitty kitties to different families, different people. One of Ryan's coworkers came by and got one. And then another little girl got one, and one of the vendor's daughters over in the corner, one of the t-shirt makers, she came over. She's like, I think your machine is empty. Do you want some help restocking it? And I was like, sure. So I took the back off and I let her help me choose the balls that went in there. Oh my goodness, an order. Thank you, Katie in the UK, for getting some stickers and a hook halo. That order's going across the pond. Honestly, at this point, I feel like we could just take down the entire booth and just have a table set up with the machine on it.
Maybe.
And still make just as many sales. Honestly. I have an update on the hives. You're going to get a close-up shot here of my dusty, crusty leg. But that's not looking too hot. Not going to lie to y'all. It is now 6:13. Ryan's coworker, a different coworker than who was here earlier, came by with his family, and they have a little 7-year-old who just entered first grade, and her and I were just sitting here yapping. and it was adorable. I love talking to kids. I mentioned I used to work at Build-A-Bear, and if you know me, you know that suits me very well. I love like just talking to kids. I was helping her name her cat because she got an itty bitty kitty, of course, because everybody is these days. She got the sparkly one, and we decided that cat's name is going to be Moonlight. We decided on it together. She told me about all her friends at school, what she likes to do at recess. It was precious. But they also bought the sunflower turtle. So that's my third turtle that I've sold today. And then they also got a frog on a swing. So with those purchases, we are currently at $429 and we have 45 minutes to go for the market. Ryan just went and got a slushie next door. Did you get a watermelon slushie?
I did.
It does look good in the little spinny thing over there. Oh, they're adding more to it. You've been eyeing them? I know people are walking around with them. We were just talking about how a few parents have walked past and their kids have wanted like a gummy bear, which is $5, and the slushies are $5, and the parents will hear them say something like, no, you don't need that, we're getting a slushie. And Ryan and I both at the same time were like, that's so funny how like people justify spending money on food that's consumable and will be gone like within the next 10 minutes, but then not something like a plushie that they will have, you know, unless of course they lose it or ruin it, but that they'll have for a while. I don't know, it's interesting to me. And I've mentioned this in vlogs before, like at conventions, because conventions food is so expensive. And people will like make comments about prices for handmade plushies, you know, I don't know, $10 for a loaf cat, but then they'll go and drop $25 on a mediocre one single meal that they'll eat and it will be gone. And they won't complain about that. Some people complain about the price of food, me included, because it should be a crime what those convention centers charge for food and for parking. How is it though?
Very good.
Very watermelon-y?
Yes.
I've had my fill of watermelon today. Thank you very much.
It's a lot closer to the taste of real watermelon than like candy watermelon.
Well,
like,
I think they're pouring like actual watermelon juice in the machine.
Like,
yeah.
You know how like watermelon flavor is not watermelon, but like watermelon flavors are all the same, but they're not watermelon.
Yes, I totally get what you mean.
It tastes a lot more like watermelon than watermelon flavor. I like it.
Okay, it's almost 6:30 and everybody is packing up. They're about to pack up. They just came and bought an itty bitty kitty, which might be our last sale for the day. But yeah, all of the vendors are like, see you later. They're backing up over there too. So I guess we'll follow suit. You guys know I don't like to pack up early, but I genuinely do not think that anybody else is going to come here, especially if we are the only people left. I think they're just kind of shutting the whole event down because even the volunteers are like starting to pack up. So we're missing out on a half an hour. It's not too bad. Oh, they're even deflating the bouncy castle outside. So I think that is okay to call time of death. That's it. Bring out the dancing lobsters. Let's get cleaned up. All right, goodbye booth. We'll do the full market recap after we get everything torn down and unloaded out to the car. We didn't have to restock a single thing at this event. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I did restock the gachapons once. But not because it was empty, it's just because I wanted it to be more full. But we didn't restock anything like on the tables. Not a single thing sold out of the Misfit bin.
Yeah.
I have never had a market where nothing out of the Misfit bin sold. That is absolutely wild. I cannot believe that. I had cute stuff in there this time too. And not a single watermelon sold that I made specifically for this market. Well, maybe I can set them out and display them like this at fall markets and they'll sell at just a generic fall market. I guess we're just gonna have to hope because I made so many of these. I even stayed up late one night making those so that I would have a nice little display specifically for this festival. By the way, if you're wondering, this is all of the dragons that I have left. A near full body bag of them. I started this market year with 100, and I haven't counted them, but I'd say probably at least 50, maybe 60 still left. I've got to figure out what to do with this troll that the eye came out of. If anybody has any suggestions for me of what to do with that, then let me know. I could maybe try to repair it by like cutting open the cap and doing a little craniotomy on him, and maybe seeing if I can repair it and sew it back up well enough to resell it after I pop the eye back in. But I don't know, my friends. He might be reduced to stuffing material. I definitely need to make some more big loaf cats in different colors. I didn't prioritize making those because I had the itty bitty capsule kitties. So I figured that if somebody wanted a cat, they would probably get the cheaper one with the mystery aspect to it. I don't think that this market was necessarily the best gauge as to what customers would prefer, since there were so few people here. Wasn't a great market test in terms of what people prefer, you know? 'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Oh, I didn't film it, but I did sell one singular pickle out of the pickle jar. And those are normally a good seller for me, so happy to see that something was similar to as it usually is. This whole event has kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it, giving me sea legs. I don't know if that makes any sense. What I mean by that is I was so set in my routine and my ways of how I do events and how I set up my booth and what do I expect in terms of best sellers and how much money I make. And this one was just so different than anything that I have ever done market-wise that it kind of has given me a false sense of what is my new normal. But I don't think that's going to be the case. And when all of my big events come up in the fall, which by the way, I'll put up on the screen here of when and where my next market will be. It's going to be the Tree City Fall Festival, which is here in my hometown. So if you're in the central Indiana area and you want to stop by and come say hi and chillax with me, it's Friday and Saturday all day long. That's a very fun event. I would love to see you. Last year I had like 25 people, I think, come and visit me from around Indiana and Kentucky and Ohio, and it was such a blast meeting all of you. So if anybody out there is interested in coming and seeing me and hanging out with me for a little bit at Tree City Fall Festival, the information is up on your screen right now. But after that event, I have another fall festival and then a third fall festival, second weekend of October. So I've got 3 multiple day fall festivals, like back to back to back pretty much. And I think that that is going to reset my expectations. And that's going to be closing out the year pretty much. I do have one market in December. That's the winter art market that I did last year. But that's only like a 4-hour event in the evening in December. It's a very holly jolly fun vibe, but totally different than anything like this, like an all day in the summer heat. Totally different. I'm excited for that one. But the point of all of this, and I'm trying to say, is that I feel like this event put a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. No pun intended, because I ate a lot of sweet watermelon today. But hopefully you get what I mean. We were here for 10 hours today, plus 2 hours of setting up yesterday. And we made 30 sales items. We only made like 12 sales in 10 hours and multiple items in some of those sales, but that's not a great, ratio for how many hours we physically spent here today. On the bright side though, I have a lot of inventory left that's gonna be coming with me to all of these fall events. So let me finish cleaning this up and then we'll sit down and do our very short, very brief, and very quick, all the same thing, market recap with what I sold and how much total money I made today. I'm gonna sit out here on the hay bales as we do our recap for the vibes. Okay, so before we do the recap, I just wanna say, the organizers, so sweet. So sweet. One of the guys, I don't know if he is like a partial owner of this farm or like runs it, organizes it. He came over and asked me if anybody had collected the $35 vendor fee. And I said, no, they hadn't yet. Let me get you cash. He was like, actually, would you be okay like giving me some of your plushies for the fee? And I was like, sure. Did you have anything that you had your eye on? And he said that his sister really wanted a cow and a pig. And I was like, it's a value of $40, but don't worry about the extra $5. And he insisted on giving me $5 cash to make up for that, $5 discrepancy. So I technically didn't pay booth fee. I paid an inventory, which I've never done at an event before. So there's a first time for everything. But that was a $35 fee. I don't know if I want to take it out of the total. Honestly, okay, I'll give you the gross total here. So first, let me walk you through what we sold today. Wasn't very much. This is a short list, and get used to me saying itty bitty kitty because I'm going to say it quite a few times over the next minute or so. Right off the bat, 2 itty bitty kitties, 2 turtles. The first turtle to sell was the cinnamon roll. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, I made a bunch of turtles in those different styles, like the sunflower and the rose and the ice cream. I made those a few weeks ago, and I asked you guys which of the specialty turtles you guys would think would sell first, and a lot of you said the rose, and the rose did not sell today. The cinnamon roll was the first to sell, and then later in the day we sold the sunflower turtle, so we'll get there. Then I went and walked around and we sold the sea anemone, the hide and seek one with the little clownfish, a dragon, the bumblebee dragon is what Ryan said, as well as a swinging pet. Ryan doesn't remember which one. All of those were to a volunteer here. Then we sold another turtle. I think it was just was that the pink one with the rainbow shell? I don't remember it being one of the specialty turtles. Then we sold Chip the teacup. We sold 3 gummy bears, 3 itty bitty kitties back to back to back, 2 more gummy bears, a pickle, 2 axolotls, a pink and a blue. I don't think I've sold a single one of the gold ones, and I made those specifically for reference to Minecraft because a lot of kids like Minecraft, and there's blue and gold rare axolotls in Minecraft. So I made those for them, but I haven't sold any gold ones. The blue ones are fairly popular though. I should make some more of those. Then I sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 itty bitty kitties back to back to back. I mean, it was over the course of a few hours, but nothing else besides cats sold within those few hours. Then I sold the sunflower turtle, a frog swinging pet, and 2 itty bitty kitties, all to Ryan's coworker. So that was only a total sale of 31 individual items with 14 total customers over this 10-hour day. I was close. I was estimating like 12 or so. 14 customers. That is not good. Maybe at like a 4-hour small like farmer's market, but this was an all-day thing. So I know you just want me to stop with the yappuccino and get to what I made. Despite not having sold that many items, it added up, and I ended up making a gross total of $439 today. Gas was very cheap because we're so close to home, so I'm not even going to account for that. I do need to take into account square fees, which is going to be very minimal since hardly anybody paid with card. Almost everybody paid with cash. I will need to take into account 7% Indiana sales tax, which like we discussed about math earlier, I'm not about to do that math in my head. $439. And then, of course, booth fee, which was $35. So all in all, I made like $400 and something dollars. So yes, that is $400 more than what I had before I did this event. So of course I'm happy. And I got to spend all day with my amazing husband and best friend. It was fun to have Celeste and her little friends come over, and I got to see my friends. And you get something out of it too, because you get a vlog. And I know some of y'all live for the vlogs. So was it worth it? I'm always going to say yes because I have the privilege of doing YouTube and being able to film my experience going to markets. If I did not do YouTube and was not filming this for you all, I would have not been as happy with today because it was a lot of time to be here, as I've mentioned on multiple occasions throughout this video. I would have been a little bit more salty that we did not do as well as what I would have hoped for the amount of hours that we put into this event. But it is beautiful out right now. The birds are chirping. I can hear the cicadas. There's a nice little breeze. It's feeling very much like an Indiana night right now with the beautiful blue sky and the fluffy white clouds in it. It's like 79 degrees right now, maybe. Still humid, but it's really peaceful out here on this hay bale. I hope I'm not allergic to hay. I'm allergic to grass. Does that transfer? I mean, I'm covered. None of my actual skin is touching it, but let's hope no critters jump on me and come home with me and hitchhike like the ghosts in Haunted Mansion. Well, I am going to go finish packing the car, but before I do that, we need to say an endless thanks to our channel members in the Cosmic Couch Club. You guys keep this little galaxy spinning. Don't forget to comment that secret emoji of the day, and if you enjoyed watching me stuff my face hole with watermelon, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button while you're down there as well. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.